Oh, hello. Welcome back to the Parlay Closet podcast, boys. It is the first pay-per-view of the year. How excited are you from 1 to 4?
4.
I don't like 4. I don't like that. How about you, Gibby?
I'll give it a 3.
I'm a solid 2. I'm a solid 2. But yes, let's get into it.
Hey. We had our first fight night. It was on my birthday. So, let's talk about what we did on that one, huh? Noah, you want to start us off? Loser.
Actually, we're going to start with the intro, that was the let's get into it.
Start it over, Noah. Fuck this all. Start it all over.
Keep going.
No, we're not.
Keep going. But yes, go ahead. Talk about your fight night birthday where you didn't even get to watch it with us.
Yeah.
You're out.
Yeah, I didn't get to, I was in my negative 44 degrees, Wyoming. So that was fun. Almost died a few times, but yeah, we made it. And so did our lock of the night. Joshua Van cashed. Noah's texting me, just owed him lunch money, I guess, because that guy was dead asleep.
Oh my god. Beat the life out. Like he got his ass beat round 1, and then he said, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
And oh god.
So my dog of the night, Gaston, did not get it done. He was a plus 225 underdog. Ricky Simon, I don't know what happened to him. He just did not have a good showing. We did hit on Andre and Acosta over 1.5 at minus 136. I know we gave that out. And then I also took Preston Parsons 1 unit for a plus 110. Nice little underdog that cashed as well. Total bets was 11 units, and we won 11.68. Nothing crazy, but we're positive, so we'll take it.
I did decent on Acosta decision. I did decent on Magomed by KO. I also had him KO round 3, which I was one off.
Yeah.
I was one off. And then also, I really should have had Hawes as my massacre of the night. I only had knockout, but man, I should have did knockout round 1. I don't know what I was thinking. That was a clear-cut massacre of the night, but yep.
I did do some parlays too. I parlayed Joshua Van and Fareed at minus 114. That hit. And then I kind of messed around with some parlays that I saw some of the people that I listen to in the UFC space. They were kind of just taking some like same game parlays like you do with football. So I took Matthew Salmonberger to win and over 1.5. That was plus 175. I like that. And then I took Fareed versus Taylor to win, as well as it to be the decision for minus 125. I don't know. I just saw those. Thought it was kind of fun.
I had 2 parlays, both missed by 1 leg. One of them was Ricky Simon. It was a 5 leg. And the other one was a 5 leg. But what missed for me wasn't UFC, actually.
It was Joe Flacco.
No, it was the Browns winning.
Oh, God.
Browns.
Dude, I lost. Yeah.
That's the only thing that missed on that 5 leg
So
parlay.
I put 5 units on Joshua Van. I put 5 units on the Browns, and I put 5 units on the Chiefs. So I went 2 for 1. So not too bad. Made a decent amount there.
There you
go. Definitely definitely saw the Cowboys losing. Not that this is an NFL, but I hate that. That was just I definitely saw that. And then the Eagles, goddamn, that was
We'll
fun.
talk about that shit.
We will.
Oh god,
On Thursday.
I have words about the first round of playoff games, and they're not kind.
Gibby, anything that you had cash for you in your bets?
I was pretty close. I took a McGee sub round 2, but he got the KO instead. But yeah, the only thing that screwed me was Ricky Simon. I took him decision, but it went the other way.
I think all of us had him.
Yeah, I parlayed that with Basharat decision, and I think I took Van knockout.
I wish I put more into Basharat decision. I really wish I did.
All right. You guys want to kick off 297?
Yes, let's kick it off with the first fight of the night. Malcolm Gordon taking on Jimmy Flick.
So, in opening, Jimmy Flick was minus 110 and Malcolm Gordon was minus 120. So, pretty much a pick 'em. And currently, Jimmy's sitting at plus 175 while Malcolm is sitting at minus 205. So, we're going to give some stats like that too, just to help along before we conversate. Noah, why don't you kick us all off?
All right. we'll still be doing our thing where we give we talk about it, but we're gonna let Gibby pick first. I did like
Damn
that.
it.
Yes,
Oh,
I do like that.
I did not.
Because it's working. It's working. I can see it in the points.
Yeah, for you guys, not for me.
Well, because you keep stealing our information. You're plagiarizing.
Well, no, because I take the in between, but like
I
you guys
know.
pick round 1 and then.
Well, but you almost beat us last game, so we can't let that happen again. So, Noah, kick us off with some fun statistics on either of these men.
Go for
So,
it. Yeah.
these guys are two bottom of the barrel flyweights, unfortunately.
Yep.
Jimmy Flick, one thing to mention as well too, that makes me very hesitant about him. He actually retired a couple years ago, and he came back. I'm not sure his heart's holistically in there, but Malcolm Gordon has awful striking. But to be fair, he only loses to really good guys like Muhammad Mukayev and I believe Tim Elliott, if I'm correct. But yeah, Jimmy Flick has really good jiu-jitsu, very solid grappler, winning most of his wins by submission. It's a really low-level flyweight fight, but it should be kind of fun. What you think? Waz?
Yeah, Gordon is a BJJ black belt. I think the type of grappling he'll be feeling from Flick will get him frustrated and ultimately submitted. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this over to Gibby and see what he thinks and what his official pick will be here.
Yeah, these two have no durability. I feel like Flick been knocked out back-to-back fights, and I just think he's just slow, has no athleticism. But he just stands there, takes punches. He absorbs like 9 punches of like a minute or something like that. He takes a lot of punches, doesn't give out, so I'm going Gordon by knockout.
All right, well, I can honestly say, oh wait, what round?
I'm going round 2.
Well, I'm on the complete opposite of Gibby, so it's probably working. I'm going Jimmy Flick by submission round. That's hard one. It's hard on the round. Let's go lucky round 2. But I can see it any round.
Flicks up round 2, baby.
Hey,
let's go,
we're on
baby.
the same boat.
Yeah, no, I definitely can see this guy finally getting it done here. I think taking him. I think I took Flick against Costa the last time they fought, and that was a big mistake on my part. I think he's getting an easier guy here that he's gonna have an easy time just getting that submission. I could definitely see round 1, but I'm gonna lean more round 2. I think he'll do a little bit of figuring out in that first round. So yeah. Flick via sub. I do see it if it does go the other way and Gordon does somehow win this, I can only see him winning via decision.
Agreed. So
Cool.
Let's go on to the next fight. Jasmine Jasdavicius, I suck at pronouncing her name, freaking Canadian names, and Priscilla Cachoeira.
Why do we have so many Canadians? Oh wait, this is in Canada.
It's in Canada.
Opening line on this one, so Priscilla was plus 160, Jasmine minus 217. Those odds have now shifted to Priscilla being plus 285 and Jasmine being minus 360. Noah, kick it off.
I think that's a very worthy drop in odds for Priscilla Cachoeira. She's just not all that. Everyone remembers her from many years before Valentina Shevchenko was champ, where Valentina Shevchenko beat her ass so bad that the referee lost their job. But yeah, ever since then, Priscilla Cachoeira, she's focused on being a little bit more dirty of a fighter. She goes for eye rakes a lot. She just a dirtier of a fighter, while Jasmine is much more cleaner of a fighter, and she's a much better grappler. She loves grappling. She loves clinch strikes. She likes getting the fights to the ground, and I feel that's going to be her main avenue this fight. What you think, Waz?
Yeah, I am very high on Jasmine in this one. Particularly, I'm not surprised that the odds are what they are. You know, I think you should definitely, not only should you, but she will also smash in this spot if you take her as a winner. So I'm really leaning towards her. I think, you know, the wrestling will be good enough. If it shifts to striking, I think Priscilla might have a little bit of an unload and could definitely see her getting clipped there. But ultimately, I do like Jasmine here. So I will go ahead and pass this over to Gibby to give his official pick before I give mine.
Yep, you said it all. Cachoeira struggles against grapplers. Jasmine, she's a grappler. So for me, I'm going Yasmin by decision.
Yeah, I'm also going Yasmin by decision.
And we have our first lock, it looks like. I'm going Yasmin by decision as well, too.
I do see it if
finishing instincts.
If Priscilla does win, it's only by KO.
She's too much of a brawler, I agree.
Yep, that's the only way. If she clips her some funny way, that's the only way I can see it.
But it's in Canada, so good luck. So
What does
Yeah,
that
the refs are gonna
mean?
somehow shift a KO in the other way. Gibby thinks.
no,
What
it's
does
Yasmin.
that
It's
mean?
an automatic win for Yasmin. I feel like UFC set this one up.
Yasmin's knocked out on the ground.
Gibby, they
The
do
ref's
fight in the
not
UFC,
calling
so
it.
they definitely set this fight up. It's their job.
Yeah, but they rigged it though. I feel like for
Okay,
Yasmin.
let's not
to
make
win.
some dumb claims and get us sued before we even get off to 50 viewers. Okay, thank you.
Just
Go ahead.
Yasmin dead on the ground. The ref's not calling it.
He goes,
Finally, he calls it.
Nope.
Yasmin by
She's gonna get up.
KO.
No, she's gonna
Doctor
get up.
stoppage.
Takes away 10 points.
Cashier broke her wrist. Doctor stoppage.
All right.
Next fight.
Enough of that.
Come
We
on.
got
You know what I
Johan versus Sam Patterson. I think this is going to be a tough one. I feel Patterson is the cleaner and faster striker, which definitely should allow him to outpoint Johan on the feet. But I feel like he's going to drag it to the ground as well, that's where he's definitely going to struggle. So, Noah, what do you want to add to that?
This is hard. Our main thing I'm really going to go off is their contender series fights, to be honest with you. I'm not going to look too much into their last fights before that. Sam Patterson, he's pretty good striking wise, but I've seen him get cracked a few times. Even in fights he wins, I've seen him get cracked. And Johan's got some solid power. I do like that power from Johan Lenny's. I'm not even going to try it.
Yeah.
But I just don't like his... I just don't like his volume. That's the main thing that scares me, and the reach advantage. I don't know. Sam Patterson's really long and lanky, but we've seen last week how that didn't work out, but then also it did work out. So hard to say. This is a tough one. I agree it was. So Gibby, you decide.
Patterson had a tough debut going against Asmus. You know, he was undefeated at that time, and he's going up a weight class going from lightweight to welterweight. So, for me, I'm going with Patterson. I think he could get the KO. The other guy, the White Lion, he doesn't. Yeah, he's slow. And like Noah said, he's just low volume. So yeah, I'm going with Patterson KO round 3.
Noah, what did you go with?
I am going to be going with Johan by KO in round 3. So I am the exact opposite of Gibby.
I'm going Patterson sub round 2.
Oh my God, out of left field. All right.
Cool. We can move on to, what is it? Gillian Robertson?
Jillian.
God damn it. Versus Paulina Viana.
Do you want a fun little tidbit about Poliana Viana?
What?
She's the one who wouldn't finger Colby's butthole.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's a great one. Yeah. I don't know. Robertson should have no trouble in this fight, in my opinion. Her durability is good enough that if she does get caught by something from Vina, she can definitely recover, because we've definitely seen it in past fights, or at least be successful enough to take her down and kind of, just lay on her for a little bit till she comes to. But should be in shouldn't be really any danger in here for her. I think this is definitely going to be a nice place to go with the under 2.5. That's really where I like it. I think it sits somewhere in the minus 140s, but it's still very early since it's Tuesday. And I definitely feel like a finish is going to happen here in one way or the other. But I'm going to save that and pass it to Noah before we give it to Gibby.
Yep, this is a textbook striker versus grappler matchup. Viana does have some slick grappling on the bottom position, but she doesn't really get it to the bottom position almost at all, to be honest with you. Well, Gina Robertson loves to get it to the ground. She loves clinch strikes. One of the main things about her is she has a ton of ton of ground strikes. Why I say clinch? Ton of ground strikes. I do really like Jillian Robertson's wrestling overall, and I do like her submission game. So I'm going to save what I have to say until I hear what Gibby has to say.
I'm completely agreeing with you guys. So it's just grappler versus striker. So I'm just going with Jillian just because it's in Canada. So I'm going with Robertson by submission. Can you guys say your round before I said mine?
Nope.
Damn it. I'll go round 2.
Noah?
I might change it to 3.
So what is it?
So pick.
Dang it.
Right. This is it right now.
Fine.
Here, there. Die on one hill.
Fine, 3.
All right, 3. Go ahead, Noah.
Round 2 knockout for Robertson for me.
Round 2 submission for me, Robinson.
No, wait. Submission. Submission. Sorry, forgive me.
Submission?
Submission.
Okay. Round 2 or what? 3?
No, I'm still sticking around 2. I thought of I thought like get her down to ground, knock her out, but then I remembered she really
Yeah,
does not
not her
like
thing.
to strike on the ground. So I'm going with submission.
So we got would you go submission, Gibby?
Yeah, I went round 3 though.
Okay,
I
round
started
3.
I stayed round 2 first, but I changed it to 3 because I know you guys were going 2.
Okay. Sure. All right, moving on to Sydney versus Ramon. Yeah.
A rematch nobody asked for.
Yeah, I don't really have a
Yep.
whole lot on this side of things. I think it's I had these guys. God, I don't really like this fight. I think the fight was very similar in the way I expected, as the range management of Cindy made it difficult for Tavares to get off enough more effective damage. But I think Sydney did a good job of using the open stance kick to the body and to the head to keep it at range. But I really don't think it's changing from the last time we talked about this one. So I'm going to leave it at that. Go ahead and pass it to you, Noah. What do you think?
I think this is gonna play exactly the same as the first fight. Like this isn't like a rematch from like a long time ago. It's not even that controversial. The whole reason is because it was early that they want to rematch it. But at the end of the day, neither guy really advanced. This is still basically a contender series fight. What's it doing on a freaking pay-per-view? Don't ask me. But yeah, I'm just gonna it goes the exact same way. We haven't seen enough from these two guys to advance. Side didn't even have a fight since, and then Ramon Tavares had one fight in between, which was again a contender series fight. There's been no improvement. So Gibby, what you think?
Yeah, I'm just
give us the pick. There's really not much else to say about this
Exactly,
fight.
yeah.
What's the pick, Gibby?
I'm just going with the dog just to make money. So I'm going to Tavares knockout round 2.
Okay, Noah.
City Rocket knockout round 1, same exact fight.
Sydney round 2 knockout.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start talking about Charles versus Sean Woodson.
I'm sorry, this is the first finally true good fight on the card. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and kick it off then, bud.
sorry.
What do you think?
Charles Air Jourdain versus why does he look like this Sean Woodson? I don't know if you guys are looking at the UFC's website, but Jesus Christ, Woodson looks freaking weird.
Dude,
He
why
looks
does Woodson
very
look
weird.
like he's fucking the most massive guy you've
Yeah.
ever seen?
But he's a peg. He's a stick. He's a stick.
He's
5.
long and lanky.
He's literally a 5-inch height and 9-inch reach advantage on Woodson.
Like Jesus Christ, this man is literally a stick figure. He's Slender Man. He's Slender Man, straight up.
pretty much.
Well, yeah, Slenderman is a pretty solid fighter. We got to see him live actually in Nashville, where he really used his reach and his leg advantage and his height advantage. He used all of his reach advantages to basically pick apart his opponents, and that's kind of his MO. The only time he's really gotten like beat up, honestly, has when a guy took it to the ground and really focused on submission game. His submission game and grappling defense isn't the best. And the thing is, Charles Jourdain, he's a brawler. He's an explosive brawler, and we kind of saw his ceiling. We saw the best of him, so I'm gonna save it for Waz now.
Yeah. I think, like I said, height and reach advantage is going to be crazy. I think this is going to require Jourdain to really rely on speed and an orthodox striking to just kind of, crash that pocket and try to get him down in some sort of way. So, however, outside of a dropping or finishing, I don't see there being a whole lot of clean shots. So I'm going to pass it over to Gibby here and see what he thinks. And
Gibby has no way of influencing knowing who we're picking with this one. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
what do you think?
I'm going with I don't want to talk much about this fight. So I'm going with Jourdain by decision. Not decision, by submission.
Jourdain by submission. Noah?
I'm actually gonna be going Jourdain by decision. I know I was gassing up Woodson, but I think Jourdain's gonna piece him up to the body. I think he's gonna piece him up to body shots and get decision.
I'm going Woodson decision.
Oh, we're opposite.
We are.
Fair enough.
Cool. So let's
Taking
go
the
ahead
dog.
and move on with Brad Cantoa versus Garrett Armfield.
Katona.
All right, let's not give him that's enough time about Brad.
Hey, don't you disrespect the 2-time Ultimate Fighter winner. How the hell you win this twice?
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot on here. I just think that, Armfield could be, the cleaner and more powerful striker. But Brad should also be able to put together a good enough game plan to mix in a whole game plan, which means, taking him down, trying to just go and do whatever he can. Because, in my opinion, Katona has an insane gas tank. And even though he fought at a high volume last time, I definitely think he had to do it, pace himself with Gibson. So, yeah, that's really what I'm thinking. Not really leaning one way or another because I don't want to give too much away. But Gibby, I want to hear what you have to say on this one.
You forgot about me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna skip you right now because he can go next.
Okay, yeah, you hit the nail on the head with Brad with his stamina, and I think he has high fight IQ too. So he's smart, doesn't take unnecessary risk, and with his wrestling. But Armfield, he's got that reach advantage. Won his last fight by round 1 knockout, and is a dangerous striker. Brings pressure. But for me, I'm going to pass this Noah.
My thing about Brad is he's a very complete fighter, like y'all mentioned. He does a really good job of grappling, striking, and also takedowns. He has a decent submission game as well too. And Garrett Armfield, we haven't really seen anything from him in the grappling realm. Like we've heard he's a good grappler from teammates and stuff like that, but we don't see it. He doesn't use it. I'm going to be leaning towards Brad Katona, to be honest with you. But the thing is, I don't really see it being a finish. I really am going to be hard leaning towards the decision. If it is a finish, I think it'd be a submission. But give me Brad Katona by decision.
That was my pick exactly. Katona decision.
Katona decision.
Oh, we're all
That's
on
why
it.
that's why I knew I had to let Gibby go. I thought we were all on the same page. All right, so that's our second lock of the night. How did we do on our locks last week? Do you guys remember?
I believe we were
One for two. Yeah. So
I thought we had 3.
We had 3, but 1 got canceled.
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
Okay, so we went.
It's not
We
horrible.
did 50-50, so it was an even night. All right, we have 2 more this week, so let's go ahead and move on to Arnold Allen versus Mavskar Evilo EVL. I don't know what the hell his name is. I just made it up.
Don't. Go for it. No, I can't pronounce it.
Mozavad Evilev.
All right.
All right.
What you got, Noah?
This is actually probably the most intriguing, probably one of the most highest level fights in the card, to be honest with you. It's a very interesting fight. Mozavar is one of the only fighters in UFC who's had so many fights. I think he's had like 7 fights, and he has no finishes. But he has very high volume. Don't think of him as just like a lay and play grappler or just like doesn't throw any volume. He has volume in both aspects. 37, I believe the number is. Over 30 takedowns in 7 fights. While Arnold Allen has never been taken down in the UFC.
What?
Yeah, in the UFC.
Hmm.
It's pretty
Allen was
insane.
taken down 12 times through his first 4 UFC fights.
No, he was not.
Yes,
Where'd
he
you
was.
find that? No, he was not. By
Yes,
whom?
he was.
By whom?
Yes, he was, and he managed to win all of them.
By whom? He hasn't been taken down. He wasn't
Arnold
taken down by
Allen?
Yeah, he was not taken down by
The
Holloway,
motherfucker got
Cater,
taken down 12
Hooker,
times.
Yusuf, Lentz.
No way, bro.
Wait, I'm double checking this Holloway. Yeah, no takedowns. I saw the Hooker. No.
There's no way.
Really?
What the fuck?
I'm gonna have to double check this. Yeah, 0 on Hooker. So last 3 fights 0. Yeah.
What the fuck was I looking at then?
He's been taken down before, but not in UFC.
I'm saying in his first 4 fights, his first UFC fights.
Yusuf attempted once, but he didn't take him down.
12 times through his first UFC fights.
No one attempts to take him down, at least in the last 3 fights.
Not the last 3, could be the first 4 in his UFC career.
Oh, first 4, you could check
So
that out.
Alan Omar, Yozari Maza, McCain, Armachi, and Mad Berlin.
There we go. Okay.
Those are the 4 I'm talking about.
Marquand took him down, and then Omar taken down. The other Meza didn't take him down, and Burnell didn't take him down.
Yeah.
He only got taken down twice. Regardless, my point still stands. Homie hasn't been taken down since 2018. So, but whatever the case is, I really like this matchup. Arnold Allen is the better striker. He's got better power, but Mozavar, I think, is not far behind in the striking realm, surprisingly enough, and the volume and the threat of takedown. I don't know who's going to get a takedown, if it's even going to happen. I'm not sure. It's a very toss-up matchup for me, so go ahead, Waz.
Yeah. Since his last 7 opponents, they are all 0 for 14 and trying to take him down because they're all strikers. None of them are ground people. So it is what it is. At the end of the day,
Holloway took down Yair Rodriguez like 4 times.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was who was it? Lentes alone went 0 for 6.
Yep, Lentz.
Or 0 for 9. I'm sorry.
0 for 9.
Yeah, the guy got smoked. He couldn't take him down. So yeah, I think with that MMA fighting, I definitely can see some KO sway here, but I'm gonna pass it to Gibby to see what his final prediction is before I give mine.
Yeah, it's just the question is Allen gonna get taken down? They both have good durability, so I could see this fight going to decision. The question is who's gonna win it. You know what? I'll take a swing at who's the dog. It's Allen. I'll take a swing at the dog, so I'll go Allen by decision.
Decision for Allen. Noah.
I'm gonna be going with Evelev by decision.
Evelev by decision for me.
All right, we're in the same boat. Evelev, he can get finishes, but like those were against the weaker guys. At this level, like Arnold Allen is not the first person you're gonna get. I'm gonna stop saying that because Lord knows who's gonna be his first knockout.
Yeah, Noah, you're terrible at this. So shut your mouth.
Oh God, I shouldn't say
All right.
that.
We're gonna move on to.
Wait, it's not just the defense of Allen, so Allen could be taken down then, or what? Or he just hasn't fought any grapplers, really.
I think Evelev will be probably the first person to take him down, but also I could see a world where Arnold Allen just doesn't get taken down. That's why I said this is a very compelling matchup. I'm not holistically sure. I'm leaning towards my gut is, and I think Evelev is better in most aspects than Allen.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
go ahead and move on to Chris Curtis versus Mark Andre Bar. I think the concern for most people is the durability, and ever since he got knocked out by, was it Chidi back in 2022?
Bang Bang.
Yeah, whatever the hell his name is. But yeah, I think he's faced a handful of heavy hitters since then, and has looked like he has regained some confidence and the ability to avoid a big shot or at least stay in it if he gets hurt. So, yeah, Noah, what do you think about this one?
This is a pure brawler's delight. Both guys, they just don't go to the ground. Chris Curtis has not attempted a single takedown in the UFC.
Yep.
Mark Andre's attempted, I think, like maybe 2. They just brawl. Simple as that. Chris Curtis, we see he likes to kind of lay back. He kind of likes to like let the other guy dictate the pace and then look for that really big counter strike. He's done that in almost all his fights. His knockout over Buckley was one perfect example of that. While Mark Andre, he's just a brawler. Simple as that. He's really good with his 1-2 and he's really good with his check hook. But there's not much depth to his skills. Not that much depth. So, Gibby, what you think?
Yeah, they're both durable guys, but like you guys said, my pick is going to go Chris Curtis by knockout. I'm going round 2.
Noah?
I'm going to be going round 3 knockout for Chris Curtis. I think someone has to fall, and I think it's going to be late.
I'm going Mark by decision.
Ooh.
All right. We're going to move on here to Neil Magny versus Mike Molat. The main question is if Molat falls into the category of fighters that usually have Magny's number. What do you think, Noah?
Magny is the eternal gatekeeper, most wins at welterweight, but I think it's finally wearing down on him. You saw his last fight against Ian Gary. Ian Gary could have finished that fight at almost any point, and he just decided to play with food, and he did a lot of damage.
Made you mad.
Magny.
Definitely made you mad.
Oh, it did.
I
Made me mad too.
Noah was heated on that one. He had something on him. I think he had KO or some shit.
No, I just had the fight
Finish?
doesn't go the distance.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Because there's no way Ian Gary, like he literally could have finished him at any points around 2 and 3, and he just, and I hate that.
All right.
Mike Mallet isn't going to be doing that in front of a Canadian crowd. He really needs this. They really need a star. The only thing that worries me is Neil Magny's penchant for the jab. 80-inch reach. He's got 7 inches in
Breaking
reach.
news. Breaking news. Breaking news. UFC 300 will have Jim Miller versus Bobby Green and Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway for the BMF title.
Hey, I called Gaethje versus Holloway. I called it. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that?
Live on air, Dana White
I don't like
just
the Miller
announced.
versus Green fight, but I'm happy Miller's on it.
Miller's on it. Yep.
I told you. Didn't I say was? That's what they
You
needed
did.
to have on 300.
You did.
You're gonna say against Ferguson, Bo.
I can't wait for my boy to knock him out.
Oh, I think this is the first time Gaethje's gonna crack Holloway's chin. I am all on Gaethje knockout for that.
Let's go. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Gibby, what are we thinking? Neil Magny or Mike Malott? What are you
Neil
going?
Magny struggles against submissions or grapplers, and he's been submitted 2 of his last 5 fights. So give me Mike submission round 2.
Noah?
I'm gonna be following Gibby with that. He took the words out of my mouth. Mike Malott by submission round 2.
Mike by submission round 2.
Oh, do we have a lock again?
We do.
I'm highlighting these, by the way. We have
Good.
3 locks so far.
We had 3 locks last week. 1 dropped out, 1 lost, 1 won. So 1, 1, and 1. Moving on to Raquel Pennington versus Mayra Bueno Silva. What are we thinking, Noah?
I had a whole card parlay that was ruined because I had Holly Holm to beat Myra Bueno Silva. That's the only one I got wrong. Regardless of my failed parlays, Raquel Pennington, she's long in the tooth, and she is a clinch fighter at her core, having 316 clinch strikes. She loves getting the clinch, but Myra Bueno Silva is a very dangerous person to do that against. Myra Bueno Silva is very good grappling. She just never shoots for takedowns. She honestly could win more fights if she shoots for takedowns, but she's still winning the fights. And Myra Bueno Silva is a finisher. Raquel Pennington is not. What do you think, Wozniak?
Yeah, I feel like the fight, if Pennington cannot stay out of the compromising situations, not getting knocked out or not getting submitted, she could win it in a volume and numbers. From some cage pushing to landing combinations in the open space, she could definitely work there. However, I do feel I have like a weird feeling. I don't know. Silva will find an opportunity to snatch up a submission or club and sub at 160, at minus 160. I'm sorry. I just don't have the cajones to take a shot on her. But if I can get Silva inside the distance numbers around plus 150, I may take a shot. Pennington has been looking great as of late, but I think Silva is the type of fighter that Pennington will eventually break under and give up some sort of finish. So I'm going to pass it over to Gibby to hear his final thoughts on what he thinks.
I'm agreeing with you, Waz. I think Pennington will give up she'll go for some grappling and give up her neck, and I see that's the opportunity that Bueno Silva is going to get. So I'm going Silva by submission.
You're going Silva by submission?
Yep.
What round?
I'm going round 3.
Noah?
I'm going to be going Silva by submission. I thought hard about the rounds.
Yeah, it's just don't know which round.
This is a hard one in terms
It is
of
hard.
I'm going round 2 submission Silva. Before whatever you think, I'm going round 2. I can see round 1, but I like round 2.
I'm going to go round 1.
All right.
I'm going to go round 1. I don't like Raquel in the clinch against Silva. I really am going to go round 1.
All right. So,
the main event of the evening.
The main event of the evening. Sean Strickland versus Du Plessis, or as we like to say, the Pussy. Predicting a Du Plessis fight is starting to get comparable to betting on Ngannou fights. I don't know if you guys would agree with that statement.
I don't.
No?
I haven't got a single Du Plessis fight wrong. I'm talking betting. I haven't. I've gotten all his fights in the UFC correct. Except, the Tavares fight. No, I just picked the money line, actually. Yeah, I picked the money line. So, yeah, I did get right.
All right, what are you thinking, Noah? Go ahead.
Also, Waz, I cannot see you at all anymore.
That's great. That's exactly how it should be for this fight. I'm just slipping away like Noah's record in this category.
So,
dang.
All I'm going to say, styles make fights. Yeah, Strickland beat Izzy. Didn't run through him like people said. There was no finish. Strickland Du Plessis is a finisher to his very core. He has went to decision once in his entire career. And then you look at the competition of people he's fought compared to Strickland. Strickland had the Izzy fight. That's the best fighter by far. Beyond that, who's his last opponents? Unranked Abu Smagomedov, Nasruddin Imamov at light heavyweight. And then look at the people who's beaten Strickland. Forward power punchers. Forward pressure power punchers. And what happens? They beat him. Alex Pereira and Jared Cannonier. And the last thing I'll say is Strickland Du Plessis, all his wins were wins that he got from studying other people, i.e., Whitaker knocking him out and dropping him was the same way Darren Till and Jared Cannonier dropped Whitaker. Darren Till, he submitted him the exact same position that Derek Brunson did. Strickland Du Plessis is going to look at the Alex Pereira fight particularly, and he's going to walk through Sean Strickland, and it's going to be a knockout, rounds 1 or 2. Everyone talks about the cardio this, cardio that. Strickland, a point fighter like Strickland, is going to lose to a point, what's the word? Finisher, like kind of like a gladiator, like Strickland Du Plessis. Same thing I said in the Whitaker fight. Strickland Du Plessis round 2 knockout is my lock of the night. That's not my, that's like, I'm telling you all right now, Strickland by knockout specifically is my lock of the night. And watch it, that's going to be hitting.
That's what he said last time he was betting on one of his fights that he got so mad about that he told everybody to take.
Who is my lock of the night? Who is my dog of the night for UFC 290?
Anyway,
it was Strickland Du Plessis by round 2 knockout.
All right, no, go ride someone's dick harder, bro.
You're about to ride Strickland's dick.
Not at all.
I gave you exact reasons of why Strickland wins this fight. Okay. He is the exact style to beat Sean Strickland.
Okay. All right. We will see. We will see. I don't know. We all know that there are usually a bit of a technical disadvantage, and their power makes things so much more interesting and harder to predict. I personally think Strickland's style leaves him to getting touched. So I'm definitely going to see some damage on him, as we all saw in the Pereira fight. But if his durability can hold up, you can definitely roll with the shots well enough, where I think he's going to consistently move forward on Du Plessis, which is going to be harder for him to land those big shots that he's known for. So we also know that consistently moving backwards and draining the gas tank a ton is Du Plessis' #1 thing. So how long does Du Plessis really have before he completely blows his wad? The guy's got no cardio. He's probably going to be done in round 2 or 3. And he's not a champion, so he doesn't know what championship rounds are. And that's where I think Strickland's going to have his finish. So definitely like a round 4 or 5 KO for Strickland, but I'm going to say round 4.
Yeah, you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head for me. It's like if the fight drags on, then Strickland wins. If it's Du Plessis has to win it, round 3 or sooner. So for me, this is
he's going Du Plessis.
He's my hot guy tonight.
I know.
Oh, he's doomed.
Yes,
I knew he was. Yes. I knew he was gonna do it.
Hey.
He was my hot guy before.
I'm glad, dude.
All I'm gonna say is, what fight did Strickland Du Plessis lose because he gassed out?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't think
he looks gassed, but he's still there. He's there finishing the fight.
That told me about Du Plessis and his gas tank was when he had one nostril and he fought Brad Tavares and he went 15 rounds, landing how many goddamn strikes he landed?
15 rounds
or 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 3 rounds.
Could you imagine a 15-round fight?
That would be sick.
They'd be rock, paper, scissoring in the middle of the octagon. They'd be like, I can't breathe.
It'd be Rock'em Sock'em Robot, just one punch every minute.
Oh, it'd literally turn into slap.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I'm glad we're all on different sides of it.
222 strikes in 3 rounds. That man's not gassing.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying which round. I'll go round 3. I'm not going same as Noah.
True.
Sean Strickland in a 5-round fight against Nasruddin Imamov. He had 420. Okay.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth when you're talking about the champ. I don't give a shit what happens this weekend. I always know, and you always know, that your boy lost to Sean Strickland.
Oh yeah, I would have been fine if he lost to Drickus, to be honest with you, because
I know you would have been way happier with Drickus beating Adesanya.
Because
it's Sean Strickland and in the fashion of what he did.
Like, at least finish the man. Like you even saw, I wasn't even that mad when he lost to Pereira.
Yeah.
But like so my main reason for anyone watching why I'm not a fan of Strickland is because I don't give a damn. I don't care for his personality. I don't like that much. But the main thing is he talks about, I want to be a first guy, kill a man. I want to go in there and slaughter a guy or whatever. And he just doesn't. Like, I watched his Uriah. I would hyped him up. I'll never forget this. I brought people over to watch UFC. Hyped this dude up. This guy's a madman. He's crazy. And I watched him jab a guy for 5 rounds. And you know who it was who was there? It was Alvaro. And he said, God, I don't think I ever want to watch this again.
And he went to Miami. He's fine.
I don't know. That's just my main thing. Like, he just doesn't have a gladiator spirit. I don't like how he says, oh, just pay me right and I'll show up there. While Drickus just says, I just want to go out there and I want to fight to the death. And then he does. So,
Hey, man. John Trick is a company man. Whoever they put in front of him, he stands there with them. So can't talk shit. He doesn't back down from fights.
he fights for money. I want
Doesn't
someone
matter.
who
That's
fights
what
for
everybody should
blood,
fight for. The fuck would you fight for? You got to make that's
honor.
your job. We're not living in those times, Noah.
I
But-
wish we were.
Thanks.
Let's go ahead and move it over to Gibby so he can give us a recap of our very first week. And still, you're reigning, defending, undisputed
Not for long.
champion of the world. You got to wait a whole year, bud. So
Yeah, you gotta wait
I'm-
a whole year.
I'm holding the belt. I'm still the double champ. Right now, I'm holding both belts.
We
You're
do
looking at the double-
semi-annually. I don't want you as a champ anymore.
Yeah, we
You guys-
start halfway.
You guys want to do quarterly?
No, I was
Yeah,
gonna
we
say
do
halfway.
halfway.
We could do
Halfway.
6 months. 6
We
months
could
is
cut
fine.
an international fight week and then do the rest after that.
That's fine. So that'll be so I can win twice this year. Even better.
There you
God
go.
damn it! God damn, we can't let him win, Gibby.
I'm
We're
getting
not.
so I have a little UFC belt that Frankie got me for my birthday. Shout out to Frankie. We're gonna use that to whoever has the little mini UFC belt is gonna on the back of their chair means that they're the champ.
God, I want a BMF belt. Can we get a BMF belt?
We will once we get a sponsor.
All right, give us the recap of how we did, where we
Yeah.
stand in the game, and then
So-
sign it off.
Yep. So this week, Waz, you had the most correct. So, what really killed it for you? You had 4 fights that pretty much you guessed 100% right,
Let's go.
and they were the Silva. You guessed him round 1 knockout. You got that. For a Basharat decision, we all guessed that, so we all got points for that. Parsons decision, you got points for that, and then Cortez Acosta decision, 100% right for that.
If you like decisions, you just listen to me.
God, that's the only reason he won.
Hey
It was
man,
decision.
this is supposed to be predicting the fights right,
You're
and I
right.
got 4 right. That's I told
Yo,
you.
I'm not knocking you at
You're-
all. I'm just
don't be
knocking.
mad.
God damn, why they have to go with decision?
Keep
Yep,
taking pictures. You can't expect too much of the world.
Kill your opponents. I want them dead.
Yeah, no one's thinking this is the gladiator time.
I want that.
Yeah, so like I said, the only thing I got right was the Basharat fight, so we all had the team right on that. So
That's
and
the
then-
only thing you had 100%.
yeah.
Okay.
I had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights that I was off by just 1. So I took like Van round 1 KO. He had a round 2. Silva I took round 2. It was round 1.
Flip those.
McGee submission round 2. It was McGee knockout round 2. And then
No,
And
Gibby could have
then-
had a historic week if he just was a little closer.
Just a little tweak. Just a little
Yeah.
tweaks.
just little tweaks here and there. That's it.
We'll
yeah,
see. Maybe this week it'll be better. or worse.
exactly.
Or
And then
worse.
Noah, you pretty much had the same as me. Just Uncle Ive, you missed it by with the rounds. Van by the rounds. Silva by the round. And Ferreira by the round. You got KO, but wrong round. So
And
yeah,
I got 2 fights 100% correct. Bashra decision and Acosta decision.
Let's
yep.
go.
And our bets were Kepe by decision, Basharat by decision, and Simon by decision. So we were 1 for 2. 1 for 2.
Okay. Well, anything else you guys want to add?
I want violence this weekend. I want this to be a violent card.
It's in Canada. It's nice. They're
It's not gonna happen.
You're gonna be too nice.
I mean, do we get an early stoppage? Definitely. A doctor stoppage over under.
Doctor stoppage over under.
1 over under 0.5. I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
There will be a doctor stoppage. It's Canada.
I don't think so. We'll see.
Bro, why did they dig up the corpse of Bobby Green to fight Jim Miller? Like, what the hell?
Maybe
I can't get over that. Like you said that, I was like, wait a minute, Jim Miller versus Bobby. Why Bobby Green?
Who else would you want him to fight?
Matt Brown. They both wanted to fight each other.
Oh, God damn. My phone went off for some reason. I'm trying to look up who the fuck is at UFC 300.
You could look that up in a later time, right?
No, because we're talking about UFC 300. That's why.
Yeah, right now. This is
Okay.
UFC 300 podcast. No, I'm kidding.
No, I was just saying, like, who's already like
Preview.
confirmed on the card though? Is there anybody else?
Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Rakic. Zhang
Oh,
Wei Li versus Yan Jiaonan.
Did you guys see that in March that Rose is fighting? Why? On a fight night? She's headlining?
Of course, dude, because
Yeah.
fight nights, it's gonna go in the Apex, and you're gonna put guys on there, girls on there. We're just kind of like, a Holly Holm main event's coming. It's coming.
Just putting on
Hollow,
whoever,
yeah.
but everyone's gonna watch.
Aljamain Sterling is in 300 against Carter.
Davidson Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt.
Prohaska and Alexander are on the co-main. Okay.
No,
Well-
that is not an updated list. I
No?
don't think Yuri versus Rakic is even gonna be on the main card. I think we're gonna get 3 more title fights.
There's no way.
I believe.
I think aren't they trying to make fucking Leon or something?
Yeah, Leon versus Bilal. I guarantee you that one. I believe they're gonna do Alex Pereira versus anybody. I'm pretty sure the winner of this fight, if it's Strickland, he's gonna fight Chimaev. If it's Drickus, he's gonna fight Izzy. I firmly believe that. And then they need one more, and I think they're gonna try and like get Tom Aspel to fight someone.
And for the interim?
As stupid it is, believe it or not, people have defended interim belts. I didn't know that was a thing. That was way
really?
back in the day. Yeah, there
Oh,
was
shit.
one guy, Henan Brow. I thought Henan Brow was always the champ. No, he defended the interim belt twice.
What the fuck? Dude, I was sitting in an Uber coming back from Wyoming, and I'm talking to the Uber driver saying that we have a UFC podcast, and he shows me a picture of a fighter he drove. Do you know
Who's
who?
it?
From Albuquerque.
I don't know who.
Who?
John fucking Jones.
Really?
God.
He
I'm
shows
not
me a
gonna lie,
picture.
when you said Albuquerque, I didn't realize it was New Mexico.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
yeah, because he's like, oh yeah, this guy told me he was like a champion and stuff. So he took a picture with me before I got out.
He was
And-
like a champion.
He is.
He was here this summer. He picked him up. He took him to a dispensary, and then he took him to a massage parlor.
Ooh.
While he was here for a volleyball tournament for his kid. With his wife.
Fiance, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There was no marriage.
Okay. Yeah, but he showed me a picture of him. I'm like, and he's like, yeah, he sat right where you're sitting right now. So. And he was,
He was a champion. Yeah, that was like the definition of a champion.
no,
dude.
he's like, yeah, I think he said he was like the lightweight champion before, and now he's like the heavyweight champion. I was like, yep. And he's like, oh yeah, he said he was fighting in November, and then he's retiring. And then, and I was like, well, yeah, that fight never happened. So John Jones told an Uber driver in Chicago that he was retiring,
Retire.
and that is my inside source. You guys
That's
heard it here
why-
first. He is
Nice.
not gonna fight anybody else. He will
we
just fight.
need to get Stipe versus Aspinall at 300 so we can get the stupid Stipe Jones fight out. We don't want that.
They're
And
gonna
that's the
leave
only
Jones,
way.
Stipe, and they're both retiring. That's the plan. John Jones told an Uber driver that. That's true information. It's confirmed.
Dana, please do it. We can have that at 300 and save it. Please, Dana.
They're gonna do a grappling only 300.
Better than the women's strawweight title fight.
Oh, don't get me started on women's strawweight fights. All
Hey,
right,
I
give me-
guarantee you the Bilal Muhammad versus
Oh, Bud, you're
Leonard
good.
fight's
You're
gonna be
80.
good.
Dude, when Bilal Muhammad gets a belt put on him, Noah's gonna be pissed.
I won't be mad. I told you it's a point where I'm honestly start rooting for the dude. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
because he keeps getting disrespected.
keeps getting screwed.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
have a Chicago champion.
Maybe, and he'll still not make a card here for that.
Nope.
All right. Well, we're trying to end it now.
You wanna
Gibby,
say
you know
bye
what to
the
do.
people?
Okay.